Without Walls, and he's here from this community, and he's praying for us. If we can stand, we'll say the pledge. Here we go. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me just, I want to go over a couple of things that the reason we have this, no microphone doesn't work. So you just have to,
How convenient.
Okay. This office is our presence in this community, and we have some people here. First of all, Victoria White, she'll be here every day. She'll be in this office. This office will have someone here two times a week. One, Victoria on Tuesdays, and then we have, here is Laura.
Back here.
Laura will be here on one of those other days. Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then, but Victoria will be here every day, though, out in the community, working in the community. And one of the things we want to do is be able to help you if you have a problem with the federal government. So we have this little constituent guide, and it's for our constituent services. On the back it has our four phone numbers, 4 offices, and their addresses. One is here, right here in this building, upstairs. And then it tells a little bit about constituent services, and it lists out all of the areas from Social Security, Medicare, VA, U.S. military, IRS, United States Post Office, visas, passports, all those things we can help with. We have liaisons with the administration, and they, when we call them, I know this might be a shock to you. You might have called the federal government and they didn't call you back. It could happen. This, when we call them, they by statute have to call us back, and we can get you an answer. We found people who have who were deserving of a Purple Heart from the Korean War, and they tried 8 or 9 times to get it. We were able to contact it, get the Purple Heart, surprise them with it, and so forth. Those are some little things. There's some bigger things. There are people who have been shortchanged, who needed retro checks from the VA or other services that were provided from the IRS, others. $20, $30, $40, $50,000 checks. I can do that every time, but sometimes we can get those because they're deserving. One time we were at this symposium, and it was just a thing that gave seniors all of the options. There were different not-for-profit groups in the audience, and they had a little table, and we had one there too. A lady came up and said, "Can you help me?" And she said she was 3 days from being thrown out of her apartment. She had no food. And what had happened was, it wasn't her fault, just the Social Security had overpaid her for quite a few months. But they took it out all in 1 month. She had no money to pay her rent, no money to buy food. So we were able to intervene. We got the Social Security Administration to overnight a check. She got the check. She was able to pay all of her bills. She was able to get her rent, not be thrown out of her house, and get the food she needed. Then we worked out a payment plan where they would take out just a little bit each month. And that was far better than taking all of it in 1 month. So things like that, that's what this office is all about. That's what this little brochure is about. It's got a couple of little examples of other people that we have helped. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who needed help getting through, getting connected with the federal government. So just know, and these are up here. We have some of these, right? We have a few. But if you need one, you can tell us and we'll send you one. When I got elected to Congress in 2010, in 2011 I was sworn in, and I found out, I could just sense that there was, people talk about fraud, waste, and abuse. Well, I wanted to focus on one thing. It was just waste. Is there waste? I think there is everywhere. But So I began with within my own thing. First thing I did, I was told that if we were to roll back all of the expenditures to 2008, we could balance the budget immediately.
Oh, wow.
So I decided that I would at least do my part, and so I rolled back my salary to them. I asked the pay clerk to pay me less. He said we can't do that. Every member, the constitutional thing, every member has to be paid the same amount. I said, okay, I'll just give it back at the end of the year. So at the end of the year, I called the Department of Treasury, U.S. Treasury, and I asked them, could I bring a check over? They said, yeah, you can take it, but you have to take it to the Bureau of Public Debt. You may want to take a guess where, at that time, the Bureau of Public Debt was? Chinatown. Think about it. So I went over there, gave them a check. They were a little hesitant, and the lady that was there that took the check said, she whispered to me, don't tell anybody. I go, why not? She goes, we're not set up to have a bunch of members of Congress coming over here paying down the debt. I go, I'm going to tell them that, trust me, it's not going to happen. So anyway, I talked one guy into thinking about it, but then he decided not to do it. But anyway, so I've been doing that every year. But we're given a lot of money to run office, to start offices like this. I've got one in our different counties that we represent, and we pay our staff and so forth out of that. And I fly back and forth to D.C. with that, and we're just giving that money. And it's certainly audited and checked out and so forth. But there are things that it just got spent on that I just saw as a business person. This is not right. So I began just not buying things that they said it's okay to buy. A lot of people believe in this principle. If it's appropriated, spend it. That's the principle in Washington. So as long as it's been appropriated, we should go ahead and spend it. And I didn't believe that. I thought the way we'll find ways is we may be appropriated, we just don't spend it unless it's a real need. So anyway, every year I give back that money that I've saved. And so over the years, I have saved a certain amount of money, and I do it. So behind this is a check. It's a fake check. Nobody would accept my signature. However, the money is real. This is real money. And so let's just take this off here. And the amount this is for last year, it's all covered up. Was $469,000. We were able to turn down. Just know this signature doesn't do anything for you. I can't write you a check for this payment. But this is made out to the U.S. taxpayer, to you, that almost $500,000. And then on the back of this, yes, we have the amount that we have saved over the full time I've been there for 6 years, and it is almost $2.5 million. You're the first to know. I haven't shown this anywhere else. So anyway, we did that, and we did it because we thought it was the right thing to do. Some people would say, well, that's not that much. You multiply this times 435 members of the House, 100 members of Senate who get 3 or 4 times the amount of money that we get to run their offices. And this amounts to about 30% of the money I was given to get back. So anyway, we did those things, and we're excited about the fact that we were able to turn this money back. Then I'm going to tell you one little thing about the way we operate. I do town hall meetings. I don't do Kelly town hall meetings. I do town hall meetings. This is not a Kelly town hall meeting. I just wanted to tell you, we're here. We have an office. It's in this location. And if you need us, call us or come by. But when we do them, it's not really, I call them listening sessions. So just know, when you come to one of our panels, every single person that wants to say something or ask a question gets a chance to do that. Every person. Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't think you're going to be obligated to say something if you come. but if you have something to say, we want you to have it. So I sit in the chair, I listen to everybody and everything you have to say. We just go back and forth, all the way back to the back of the room, and we'll do that. So just know we'll be back to do those kind of things. We'll be answering questions. We don't have the schedule yet, we just opened the office up, but it was, and two, our schedule's been changed. Normally, I would have had one already, but the meetings in Washington have been increased. The president wants to move pretty fast on things, and so we have been staying there all week, every week. And so, anyway, so that's pretty much the way it works, and that's what I'll be doing. I love doing town hall meetings. I think it's a way to get out and interface. I've already done 3 places today. Went to your fire department here, and I went to the hospital, toured that, went to the VA.
Have you been to any of the schools yet, sir?
Not yet, but I go to every school, high school, middle school, and elementary school. I do every one of them. Some of you aren't. This is new. This area is new to me. Okay, I was in Congress. I've been in Congress since 2011. The courts have given me this is the 4th district I've had in 6 years. So they keep changing. I don't think they're going to change anymore. I hope that's true. But I didn't have Citrus County before. I had it in this last election. This is the first time I've been here. So we've been here a month and a half. And so when we get started, and like I said, the others who have been in my district before know that the way we do it. We go to every place possible, including all the schools, including the businesses and or meeting with all the elected officials here, trying to interact with them, figuring out how we can meet the needs of this community. And then, in the end, what we try to do is say, okay, we're going to have these listening sessions. And the listening sessions give you an opportunity to either say something or ask something. And if it's a question, I'll answer to this statement. I'll just listen to see what you have to say. Okay, so we're going to do a ribbon cutting next. That's what we're going to do. Here. I don't know where they are.
Congressman.
No question. Just, hold on, we're going to do this. The questions are going to come at the listening session. So,
Wait, why don't you give it to him? The letter's for him anyway, so you can go ahead.
We've been calling and asking for a listening session since you got elected and have gotten no response. We're here because we want one. This is your recess. You should be talking to us.
And don't be bullied into doing something you cannot have time to do.
Something that you should have time to do.
You have time to have
I had one during the campaign. I was here all the time.
What about Russiagate?
We had
No matter who we voted for, if you voted for Trump or Hillary or Johnson or voted for no one and stood in our butts, this is still our country. You still have children.
This is not the time for this.
Please don't turn this into a nasty riot. You're going to make all the people on the left look bad. That's fine.
Shakespeare's better theater! I want theater, I go to Broadway!
Yes, ma'am.
Time for victory laps is over.
Congressman is refusing to answer any kind of questions. Today he's here to do a ribbon cutting, position himself in front of me, so gee, I can't get a picture of the ribbon. However, looks to be what he's willing to do today, not willing to answer any questions from anyone, whether they were a supporter or not. This open house is supposed to be running from noon until 2 p.m. Not sure how long the congressman himself is going to be here. Might be difficult to stay here until 2 o'clock. It's about 12:30 presently. It might be difficult for him to stay here until 2 o'clock and avoid answering questions from all these people who came here to speak with their congressman.